James A. Baker III, Dr. Joe Biden, and the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Our subject today is the fight to eradicate cancer, and that, of course, could not be more urgent. Our venue here at Rice University, just a stone's throw away from the Texas Medical Center, could not be more apt. For it was here at Rice University, 54 years ago, that President John F. Kennedy inspired a nation with his call for a mission to the moon. And it is here in Houston today that researchers and practitioners are leading the way in the prevention and treatment of cancer.
This is personal. This is about the fighters and the survivors, the caretakers and the researchers, the philanthropists and the patient advocates. It's about the millions of Americans, their loved ones, and all of those around the world who are confronting cancer.
Rice University is truly one of the great universities in the world. You know the greatest advantage we have? No, it really is. It really is. The single most underestimated president in American history, in my view, is Dwight D. Eisenhower. I am a great fan of Eisenhower's. And when Sputnik occurred, there were the wise men, they called it at the time, a wise men group put together as to how we should deal with the emergence of the apparent superiority in sciences and space that the Russians were demonstrating. And one of the recommendations was that we make massive investments in research and development at the federal level. That was a recommendation. General Eisenhower, President Eisenhower said, no, we will do that at the federal level with DARPA and ARPA and Defense Department, et cetera, but we should invest in our universities, our research universities. We have more great research universities in America, and this is not hyperbole, than all the rest of the world combined. That's what drives the innovative genius of this country. That, and I might add, and that's going to sound like a political comment, it's not, that and immigration are the two things that drive this for us. And so, folks, and I don't mean it as a political statement, but you students, when you leave here with a Rice diploma, it is noticed, it is respected, not only here, but around the world. I say to you students, I can imagine the day when your children will show up for their preschool physical, this is not hyperbole, not only get inoculated for measles, but inoculations for many forms of cancer that they'll never get. Supporters and skeptics alike ask us, what's the moonshot? Well, it's all about all of you, and as Jill said, doing everything you can to help prevent, detect, and treat cancers. By the way, if we just focused on prevention, we could cure over 60% of the cancer cases out there. Just prevention. It's everyone who spends sleepless nights and weekends in their laboratories looking for the next breakthrough. It's the patient who's being treated for their cancer, hoping they can return to their lives and their families. It's the parents starting foundations and companies to develop cures for children. It's organizations as big as NIH and the Department of Energy, as small as Alex's lemonade stand, trying to understand cancer and help patients defeat it. It's a Congress stepping up, which they're going to do with a massive increase in cancer research funding. Look, we're carrying the hopes and dreams of millions of people all around the world who are praying that we succeed. Not someday, but really soon. And for me and Jill, I have to acknowledge, part of the Moonshot is honoring the way our Beau lived his life with courage, never giving up hope. But it's not just about my Beau. It's about every single solitary person. As Jill said, it's about us all. It's about not giving up hope, not giving up the fight, because there are breakthroughs that are just beyond our grasp. And we need each and every one of you, especially all of you students here today. Just like President Kennedy challenges the Moonshot, I challenge all of you to think anew about what's possible. One of the reasons I picked the cancer, not just because of Bo. You know, it used to be when I was growing up, and I'm aging myself now, but really and truly, the one thing the American public believed, that there wasn't a single solitary thing America couldn't do if it put a mind to it. There wasn't a single solitary thing.
I think the most important thing that I really feel resonated with a lot of the student body is his initiative to make a lot of clinical trial information public now. It's a very global effort to combat cancer, and students at Rice and students all over the world are really trying to help in whatever way they can, whether that's researching in the Med Center, being just a part of the conversation, helping through organizations. I know Camp Kesem at Rice is very big. Just anything that everyone can do. I think that was really the point of his message, was everyone has hope to defeat cancer and everyone's trying their best.
It definitely lived up to the hype. I think a lot of us benefited in many different ways. Just seeing from the audience that we have pre-meds and we have researchers and we have policymakers. I think it all tied in very well, and I'm definitely glad I came here.